Guys, I'm Isabelle Raghem with Big Purple Couch. I'm here with the talented Aliya Jasmine. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, great. I'm so glad you're here at Western. Is it the first time you've been on Western's campus?
You know what? A bunch of my cousins actually went to Western, so I've been here. Not that I remember much of my time here, but I've had really good times here at Western.
Any homecomings or any?
No homecomings. I did a St. Patty's and I did a bunch of like random mixers here. Yeah.
Good experiences, great.
There's some cute boys at Western.
I agree. I have to agree.
University.
Yeah. So can you tell us a bit more about what you've been doing today at Western with Catriona Le May Doan?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm absolutely honored to be here with Catriona Le May Doan. I worked at the Vancouver 2010 Olympics on the same broadcast committee as her, and obviously watched her entire career in the Olympics. So it's really, really amazing that during the time when Canada is gearing up to go to Sochi and everyone's in Olympic spirit, to be here and share a stage with her. We're both just talking about health issues and overcoming different challenges in terms of body image and mental strength. So it was a really inspirational talk, I think, from her to actually hear what she had gone through. And then on my side of things, just really talking about my own body image, history and view of body image coming from a media perspective, which is really different from the athlete perspective. So I've kind of interviewed a lot of athletes and heard her side, and I was trying to kind of give the other side of the interviewer, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Well, that's what I was going to say, is that there's kind of this common thread of sports. You're currently doing Play with AJ, doing some affiliates with TSN, the Vancouver 2010 reporting. So have you always been passionate about sports, or is that like a new kind of upcoming thing?
Oh, no, always. Yeah, always. I've always been a big sports fan. I grew up watching soccer. My dad was a goalie, and my whole family, we're from Ottawa, so there's not much else to do in Ottawa besides cheer for the Sens. Yeah, that's that was like what we would do we had seasons tickets. That's what we would do like as our family outings all the time. So I grew up a huge hockey fan, and I think sports has always been in my blood. And I used to, a lot of people know this, but for 10 years now, I've worked in the sports industry on the side. I worked for the NHL doing their playoff reporting, and then even at MTV, I used to host a segment called Jock Talk, where we would go into the locker rooms and talk to guys. So I've kind of been doing it a lot, but mostly on the side. And now to be able to bring my sports world and pop culture world all into one and do the show on MTV is pretty rad.
What would you say is the most scandalous thing you've seen in a locker room?
Oh, you name it, girl. I have seen it.
Okay, so anything I can imagine, you have probably seen. Great.
I've seen more snakes are in the Tanzanian jungle. I'll tell you that much.
Great to know. All right, I want to do that. So being a female and on top a female of color, have you found it challenging, being in the media, but not only do you do a lot of hosting and interviewing, but you've done some producing, directing. Have you found that to be challenging at all?
It's surprising for me to say yes, but yes. I think it's surprising for people to hear because it's 2014 and you kind of feel like we've overcome that. But yeah, I find it extremely challenging to be especially a female producer. I mean, on air, you need to have people of ethnic minority, you need to have women represented. So by law, I think just because of employment equity, you see that and you don't realize that behind that camera, how many people are actually represented. And the answer is not a lot. Not a lot of women and not a lot of people of color. And so I think that, especially being both of those things, really is a challenge in media. And it's really great to see, when it comes to universities like this, to see more and more students who are going to be breaking that barrier. And I feel like it's funny because I don't think that students realize what happens, behind the camera. You guys can't see what's in the actual media workplace and in the office space. But by seeing, for example, me on TV, it inspires so many other, women of minorities to come out and to want this career path. And so hopefully that'll change. I think the most important thing is for women to really, for women and minorities to really, really want it to be behind the scenes as well. Because a lot of people want to be on TV for the fame aspect of it, and they don't realize that the writing, the producing, the kind of like the guts of television and the voice the media has really comes a lot from the behind the scenes voices. And the way that we're going to change society through media comes from the people who are behind the camera. So we really need all Canadians to be represented behind the camera.
Absolutely. So if that's you, make sure you get out there and do something about it. All right, just so to wrap this interview up, I'm going to say 3 different terms, and then you can tell me the first thing that comes to mind. They're super easy. I'm not trying to trick you or anything.
Okay.
London, Ontario.
Western.
Western University. Yeah. All right. And that's my second word. Oh, okay. Western University.
Parties.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, Dean, who is here tonight, and I'm sure your school is highly intellectual and a really great place to study, too.
I'm sure a lot of people thought party, too, so don't worry about it. And then finally, yours truly, Big Purple Couch.
Oh, there used to be a show called The Big Comfy Couch, and I think it was purple.
I think it's purple.
Green. Was it green or it was purple? But there was like a Raggedy Ann doll,
with her glasses?
And she would like live on the couch. And apparently in real life she was a drunk.
Yeah, it's just so fitting for Western Perfect with the party theme going.
I don't know. I was like a kid, but I remember people in the industry telling me that she would like have like a cup of vodka sitting like off screen, and like it was a kid show. But I was like so little. But people, I don't know. Who knows? It might just be hearsay.
Yeah, there's always controversy with Barney too. I've heard rumors.
But how much more fun would that couch be after a couple cocktails, right?
Yes. Thank you so much, Aliya Jasmine. Sorry, I'm Isabelle Raghem for Big Purple Couch.
We're on nickname terms.
Yeah, clearly we're best friends.
We're
Bye, guys.
6 feet tall.